Awesome. Thank you for that welcome. This is a very cool building with very cool people, and I'm happy to be here. I am going to see if the clicker works. Aha. Excellent. I'm going to talk to you about a program known as the Latino Initiative, and what comes from, our organization, as was just told to you, is called Go Globa NC. We are right around the corner on Alexander Drive, and we are a nonprofit, very tiny. We have 12 people. Our mission is connecting North Carolina to the world and the world to North Carolina. We've been around for 35 years. Some of you may have known us as the Center for International Understanding. We are connected to the UNC system, not any one campus, but we report to the President's office with a very spacey dotted line, which is a good thing. We take ourselves and our mission pretty darn seriously. We work with adults. We've been to more than 18 countries for intensive immersion programs so that we can learn from other countries. Whatever our sector is, whatever our beliefs are, whatever our backgrounds are, our organization believes we can learn from other countries. We can't learn how to use the clicker, but we can, there we go. Okay. Whoa. I think there's one back. There's another slide, but I'm just going to skip it. We seem to want to go to this slide. I'm going to talk to you about the Latino Initiative, which is all about understanding our newer neighbors in North Carolina. And who are those neighbors? Those neighbors, in our case, are Latino Hispanic people who have moved to North Carolina. In the decade 1990 to 2000, North Carolina had the fastest Latino Hispanic growth rate of any state in the country. And this map here shows all 100 counties of North Carolina and the percentage of their Latino population in the year 2010. The deeper the color blue, the higher the percentage. The county with the highest percentage was 20.1%, and that was Duplin County, again in 2010. The Latino Initiative looks at this map and works with those communities experiencing the most change. I'm pointing at the wrong place. Wow, that's not supposed to be there. Huh. I was having image envy from the RTI slides, and now I'm having clicker envy. Is there any way that I can just let you know when to push the slide? Oh. I guess the answer is no. Oh man, I'm just going to chat a little bit. The Latino Initiative, as I said, works with the counties in North Carolina which have the highest growth rate in their Latino population. We build teams from leaders in those communities. The example that you're not seeing is Chatham County. In 2015, we took a group of 17 leaders from Chatham County. It was a diverse group. It was the head of the health department. It was their city manager. It was the head of their police department. It was 2 folks in economic development, 2 school superintendents, and a couple of people from the community college system. What we do is go to Mexico to experience person to person what that country is like. We start in Mexico City, and we have presentations from government officials, and we get to see the Zocalo, the downtown Juan Diego murals, and then we move into rural areas to see the sending communities where a lot of the, especially seasonal migrant workers in North Carolina actually live. Now we need to go ahead 2 slides. Thank you. Okay, this is the Chatham County team I was just talking about. The guy with the beard is a guy named John Spoon, and he does economic development for Central Carolina Community College. After his experience with us, he He said life-changing is a total understatement, and he gained a much better perspective on why people are coming here. They're coming here to do better for their families, and there's, as he calls it, as he said, there's no... We'll keep going. Forget John. Forget all the wonderful Mexican people we met. We saw rural communities, again, the actual sending towns where fathers and brothers and sons are working, coming to North Carolina to work. And we found communities where there were basically no men there. They're children, they're young women, they're older women, they're very old men, but there are no men between the ages of 20 and 60, essentially. We had an opportunity to meet with police officers, which brings me to our favorite person in the program. Okay, we're not going there. When we get back from Mexico, and this is a very abbreviated version of what we actually do, we do a follow-up and ask people, after your 7 days in Mexico, after studying about history and culture, what is your opinion of Mexican people? What words would you now use to describe them? And these are sticky notes from the Chatham County team. Determined, resilient, proud, happy, trusting. They are very strong and resilient. They struggle, but they're so positive. And you can find those words and say those words from a book, from a movie, from your neighbor in North Carolina. But when you go to Mexico and you are actually meeting people and staying in their homes and talking to people who have sent their dads and their sons to North Carolina, all these words have a much deeper meaning. Okay, one more. This is Gary Tyson. He is the police chief for Siler City, which is in Chatham County. This man had never been out of the United States, and he took a leap of faith and came with us to Mexico about 11 months ago. And this guy had a notebook with him the whole time. He took notes at everything. He was a sponge. He was the perfect student. He did every activity. He just was a wire. He was an absolute wire. Even on the plane home, after a week-long journey, intense immersion, everyone's sound asleep, he's madly taking notes in his notebook. On day 3, we were at the General Hospital in Mexico City, and we were seeing a line snaked around the block because you just have to wait. You don't know if you're gonna get health care that day. There's no such thing as an appointment. You just have to wait. And he pulled me out of line and he said, "We've been here 3 days. Have you seen a black person?" And he said, "For the first time, I get it. I get what it's like to show up and be a minority. I don't speak their language and I don't look like them. Now I understand." Fast forward, I won't say all the things I was gonna say. What Gary came away with was, he said he has a new definition for what the word courage means. And he, for the first time, is making a point to meet every single Latino Hispanic person in Siler City. And it's something he never would have done before. He has a big map of Mexico now in his office, and he makes a point of letting people know, I was in Guanajuato, where you're from. I've seen your town. And does that make a difference in community policing? You bet it does, and I'm way over. Thanks for listening to the Latino Initiative.